All right. It's Thingus. Enough fucking around. Let's get it going. How we doing? We're back in the studio. In my house.
We're back in the Thingus cave.
Yes. Back to this choppy fucking capture card not doing. It's not doing.
It doesn't do.
It doesn't do. Well, we'll just have to talk louder than the card chops.
Yeah, you could barely hear this fake, like
I don't know.
acapella music.
Yeah, it's fake. If the music's in a video game, it's fake. Like, if it attempts to be in the style of any other genre of music, it's fake music.
Well, it's like kind of like a dead genre.
Yeah.
Why is it explaining this? And why is it doing it again? I already knew what this was for like 4 games.
For 4 games,
you start
the first Crash Bandicoot, and it's just like, begin.
It's just go.
Just go.
And then Okumuga. Like, you learn quickly that you want that.
Right. That you hear that, and it's like the funniest shit you've ever heard in your life. And then you realize, oh, I got a Kunamuga. Oh no, I lost my Kunamuga.
You can kill the apples in these games, but you've never been able to rotate the camera.
Yeah, this music is like, this would be in like, you know, some like Disney movie
like
about
a Pixar
vacation.
Short.
Yeah, yeah, Pixar short.
What's his name? The acapella guy, McFerrin something.
I don't know.
Bobby McFerrin, is that it?
I don't know.
Well, he's the acapella guy who like, you know, slaps his chest and stuff to make music. He's great.
He like plays his nose like a piccolo.
Yeah, stuff like that.
How fucking dumb is Crash?
He's as dumb. I mean, he was pretty dumb in Crash 2, where he just like helps the bad guy, like, just like, you gather the crystals for me, and like he doesn't even question it. This guy is clearly evil.
But it's like, you're in control of him, and it's obviously not his sister. Like,
well, yeah, you're in control of him, but like, you also choose to be him, right?
I guess so.
You choose to be millennial fuck up Crash Bandicoot.
Oh, don't worry about Be Happy guy.
Yeah, him.
Bobby. His name is Bobby.
Bobby, yeah. Yeah, Bobby McFerrin, right?
Bobby.
It's like fake Bobby McFerrin music. No.
I watched a little King of the Hill last night, like the Do-Wuds.
The Do-Wuds.
I didn't watch season 14, which was like the actual new ones. And now there's a new season that just came out like a day ago.
Oh, okay.
I didn't watch any of that. I just watched the new one. And the new one was like, I'm going to say, pretty low on laughs. I think Mike and I had a chuckle once or twice. But maybe if I had all the context of the previous season, would it be funnier? Sound off. Let me know.
I don't think there's ever an excuse for a show like that. Like, even Game of Thrones can't really use that excuse. You should be able to jump in at any point, right?
Yeah. Well, a problem that I like, because I
suck at this.
The one that came out last year was the same. It was also low on laughs. That's too bad.
Low on fuel.
Yeah. Well, you know, we watched one episode and we were like, oh, whoops, we skipped the first new season. Maybe we'll keep trying. We'll give this another chance tomorrow. But you know, for one thing, it's kind of unbearable to me to watch cartoons that aren't funny, because I just start to think about how I'm watching bad animation.
Yeah.
It's just bad animation. It's not funny. It's boring. And the other thing is, like, if like I feel like, you know, the streaming era ruined this, where like the first episode of the season is supposed to be amazing, right? Like, it's supposed to be your best ideas of the whole season.
Okay.
Don't you think so? I mean, maybe not the best episode, but it's supposed to like start things off really, really strong. Yeah. So you shouldn't put filler at the beginning of the season ever. Unless
you're giving like a binge watch, like you're dumping the entire season at once.
Exactly. So that's what it is now. It's not anywhere near as funny as normal King of the Hill. No, that's too bad. I thought it might be good. I liked the new Beavis and Butthead. I thought that was funny. So I thought Mike Judge might have another one in him, but King of the Hill really did say everything it needed to say. Like, what you're saying is exactly how I feel. ATV says that the heart was weirdly similar. No one felt out of character, so they watched it. Yeah, that's exactly how it felt to me, where I was just like, because this feels true to the show, I'm watching it. But just because it feels true, like, that doesn't mean you're being entertained by it. And it doesn't mean they've got anything new to say with it. It's just like, they got the guy, and the guy did brought the spirit of the show back, but that's not enough.
No, I mean, it's not the time to be making King of the Hill.
No.
The time to make King of the Hill was back when like the networks were actually trying to like get like 10 20 million viewers like The Simpsons and like Seinfeld.
Yeah.
They can't do that with a TV show now. Not really.
No. Right. This like family show that's for everybody. I mean, also like I just found it disappointing. Like they're doing the same gags. It's like it's supposed to be like 10 years later, right? And like Dale, like John Redcorn's still fucking Dale's wife. Like, really? Like, I thought you had a reason to make the show again. Like, it's the same?
It's the same slop. I mean, there's so much like that.
Yeah. Yeah, just more slop.
This is slop. But I don't know why it's telling me. It's like the 5th game. It's telling me how to do all this basic move stuff.
Slop.
And it's cutscenes that you can't skip, even if you've seen them over and over.
Yeah. That sucks. It's just like slop like original flavored slop. Right? Like it's just empty calories, but it tastes the same.
Yeah. It's got the flavors.
Yeah.
The flavor. Yeah, like I saw a thing about like them bringing back like old style Pizza Huts, and that didn't last long. That was, just a promotional thing. They couldn't actually maintain Pizza Huts real restaurants.
I saw one in Hawaii.
Oh yeah.
But that wasn't because they brought it back. That's because all buildings are hut shaped. And it just happened to also be a hut.
There's plenty of buildings that used to be Pizza Huts or look like they were.
Yeah, like a bank that looks like Pizza Hut.
Yeah, there's like a grill or a bank and you see it. I saw in my old neighborhood there was an abandoned one, but it's like, yeah, that was totally a Pizza Hut. Just look at its hat.
Yeah, but it still manages to excite you a tiny bit, and that's what like the streaming platforms are taking advantage of. Like the tiniest little bit of excitement, like they've got a person hooked up to a monitor and like their dick moved a tiny bit when they saw King of the Hill, and that's all they need,
Yeah, like it gets your attention, and then like you immediately forget it.
Yeah,
like unless it has to prove itself again, unless it's the same amount of like surprisingly good as the original, then like there's no need for you to keep watching.
Right.
But it just bears the name.
I mean, yeah, because it's just like King of the Hill. Like, I remember being skeptical, where it was like, it's a show by Mike Judge, but there's no like Beavis and Butthead humor in it. It's a completely different, like, target demographic. It's just like the sense of humor is like it's like very dry, very mundane. Well, I guess I guess it is similar to Beavis and Butthead in a way. But
it's funny because it's about this guy who's like, he's like really like old school, but he's like relatable. Like you feel sorry for him for not being able to adjust to all this stupid like shit.
Yeah, it's a little like All in the Family.
JPEG is.
Yeah, it's a little like All in the Family, where you're just like you're just like watching an old man move through a changing world.
Yeah.
And it exists in its time period. Like, you know, now Bobby is a Zoomer in the new show, and like the language is so unbearable. You know, like, what? You're catching feelings? Oh, Bobby still has a little girl's voice, which is pretty funny. He's like a man and he still talks like that. But I feel like I can't give them a lot of credit for that choice. They just didn't want to change it.
Yeah, they didn't want to cast someone new for Bobby.
Yeah. So yeah, Bobby is played by like a 60-year-old woman now. Let's see. Well, do we want to talk about millennial cringe? Do we want to get to the theme of this episode?
The millennial cringe. Yeah. Do you want to start off the discussion?
Yeah. Millennial cringe. Well, first of all, I want to say right off the bat that I think even using the word cringe anymore is cringe and millennial, because like, I feel like Zoomers are off that word for a long time now, right? Like, that was years ago.
I don't know.
You don't know? I don't know. I mean, I don't know. My kid's still saying 6, 7 once in a while, so maybe they're not. But I feel like the term is already kind of old, and it was always a term that kind of just made millennials scared. Just like when like millennials were told that millennials part their bangs down the side and Zoomers part their bangs in the middle, and they all got scared. But no, I'm hip. So I feel like even just using the word cringe, like the reason the word is so appropriately assigned to millennials is because they're the only group of people who can be intimidated by a word like that now. Right?
Because millennials are 40.
Because they're 40. Yes. So people are talking about millennial cringe this week. Specifically like just shit that's embarrassing about millennials. Now that they've aged into middle age, all the shit that's embarrassing about them is what people are talking about. And it was like a discoursey thing. I don't know. I try not to get involved in all these
discourse. Whenever you say that, I still imagine like this like secret forum that you're in. It's like where these people are like the people that are invite only are like deciding what everyone's talking about that week.
Well, I'm only looking at Blue Sky. That's my little bubble, which I realize is not really reflective of very much. In fact, it's only reflective of millennials who are scared of being cringe, right?
Well, it sounds like, you know, I took a peek. It sounded like the discourse was that there was a bit of controversy with that post. Like some people were like arguing with it.
Yeah, I mean that poster in particular, Merritt, she's been going off lately. Mostly like I feel like mostly just trying to provoke a certain type of person who's very defensive and easy to provoke. And she was talking about the idea that like all of what she considers like millennial culture is just like shitty remakes, derivative. What if a cartoon but twisted? Like just really, really unimaginative rehashings of stuff that we grew up with when we were kids. And it puts a lot of the blame on millennials themselves, which like right off the bat feels like bait because it's not hard to identify that like this shit isn't being made by millennials. Like the shit that's being sold back to us, we're not doing that to ourselves. Maybe some of us have positions at these companies, but we're not deciding what kind of nostalgia to sell back to ourselves. That's being done to us. It's one of the few things that I would acknowledge as being done to us and not our choice. I think it's just kind of like this, more broadly, it's the sentiment that millennials haven't created a lot of culture of value. And I've come up as an artist and known many artists, and I've seen the ways in which my peers and I have impacted or not impacted the culture. And I don't even think that's what is being talked about. I think what's being talked about is corporate art, is stuff that is being presented as like demographically appropriate to us, or it's the jobs that people our age are working at. And that to me is not really like the culture we created. It's just, it's just what's being sold to us right now. It's not the thing we're going to look back on and say, this is what people of these generations created. It's not the value we created in the world. It's like, it's just some shit that existed during a really shitty cultural moment. I don't know. What do you think?
About what?
Well, all right. You want me to read some of it?
Yeah.
All right. Let's see. Pictures of my dinner. What do I have here? A large part, this is how it starts. A large part, maybe even the majority of my generation, has nothing to say and no culture of our own. And that part includes many artists, writers, directors, and creators of all kinds. Millennial culture has degenerated into endless remakes, demakes, overhauls, and reinterpretations of childhood trash. So I would agree with that second statement, that's what we've basically got, is endless remakes, demakes. I don't think anybody is denying that.
Yeah.
I don't think it's like at all unique to a generation that the majority of people are not artistically talented. Or even interested in art.
So you think the majority of artists always had nothing to say?
Yeah. Yeah. I think when you
This is not just us.
No, I think when you come up with within a generation, you are beholden to all the hacks, but that doesn't mean Gen Xers weren't hacks and boomers weren't hacks. Like when we talk about like all the great things that happened in like the boomers generation, we're talking about like, I don't know, like 100 people, right?
100 people out of like zillions of others.
Out of the most populous generation of the 20th century.
Well, yeah. You talk about an art movement. You're talking about like a guy, like one.
Yeah,
like one guy.
Yeah. Like where's all the Bob Dylans? Well, first of all, it's not plural. There was one. Where's all the Beatles?
There were a couple of them that weren't the main four guys, but like they weren't the Beatles.
No, but like the Beatles ripped them off, it's your own like narrow understanding of an era if you think that like, talent existed in this really, really focused place and nowhere else. But like, there are people who think like the Beatles were hacky for like adopting the style of the age they were in, that like the Beatles got into all the flower power summer of '69 bullshit,
Yeah.
Like this stuff wasn't all like indisputably great. It was annoying if you were living through it, you know?
Yeah, the Beatles, I think the Beatles knew they were annoying and had to get good sometimes.
Yeah. You know, by the time the Clash rolled around, they hated that phony Beatlemania, you know?
Yeah.
It was like bullshit.
It's bullshit.
Yeah, it took years for people to come back around to it. They were tired of it.
No, Mommy, I don't want to listen to the Beatles. That phony Beatlemania has bitten the dust.
The Macintosh computer boy.
He's like 15 now.
Yeah, he likes Led Zeppelin now.
He smokes cigarettes.
He's cool.
He's like in the mods. He's in a gang.
Yeah. All right. So there's another part of this essay I wanted to read. It was okay. So then, you know, she goes on to like be like, what if Chuck E. Cheese was scary? And like 50 other examples of stupidity like that. Whenever I bring this up, the explanation people give is that millennials have been fucked over so much by global crises, financial and otherwise, and we've retreated into being eternal children, collecting toys and continuing to obsess over films and TV shows intended for kids we don't have. I can accept this to a degree, even if I find it depressing. But as more of us have clawed our way into positions of cultural capital, it's become clear the problem isn't just with consumption. Even as producers, we're stuck reliving the same scenarios over and over again. Excuse me. Blame corporate risk aversion, blame the economic base, blame the specter of the boomer. It doesn't matter. Video game developers once spoke of being inspired by childhood experiences, exploring caves or growing gardens. Today they talk about it being inspired by their childhood video games. So this part, I think I do agree with. I think you and I have talked about, like, you know, this idea that like, Hayao Miyazaki's complaint about animators only watching animation and not having anything to say.
Right.
That's, you know, again, I don't think that's unique to millennials, but they've certainly been part of that progression on that path for a while now. That like people who get into the arts for various reasons, one of them being that it's incredibly hard to the cost of living is incredibly hard to subsidize while you're trying to make it as an artist. Way harder than it was. And as a result, most people who have the opportunity to make art also had the opportunity to go to college, to live rent-free at some point in their lives, to be supported by their families, to be supported by other people. And therefore, the experiences of those artists are narrowed to people who are like mostly on a smooth, confined track from high school to college to studio, and not really, you know, bringing a variety of experiences to their work. I think there's something to that. It's not my fave. But yeah, I don't know that that's millennial specific. I think, again, I don't think you can blame millennials for something like that. I think it's like that is the conditions that we are under that dictates that that's going to happen. Oh my God, he finally took off the little sister disguise. I was like, is he going to wear this for the entire game?
Yeah, sorry. Yeah, I just found out I have to fight all of these idiots. I'm not sure what to say in response.
It's okay. The game gave you too much information.
Like, millennials have nothing to say. I feel like we believe we have nothing to say because we've been shown this world where like the only things that are allowed anymore are the things that are proven, these 20th century ideas. It's always some shit from the 20th century, like Toy Story. So that shit's back.
The shadow of the 20th century hangs over us.
Yeah, like we're beaten down by it, and we're told, "Oh, fuck your stories. Nobody cares." Like, stop trying to tell us your girl story. I don't care. I want my safety, my boy's story. I want the safety of the 20th century. Shit that's been proven to make $70 billion already.
Right.
It's like we've been beaten down by that. These movies, these stupid fucking movies make billions of dollars, while the millennial cartoon movies make negative money.
Yeah. I mean, I felt that in my early days, where, as a child, I wanted to be a syndicated cartoonist and enjoy the cultural capital that comes with being a syndicated cartoonist. But because that wasn't available to me, because by the time I was of age, nobody was getting syndicated anymore. And if the handful of people who were, they were not getting the kind of deal where they could do it for a living. They would have to subsidize it with other, income or existing wealth. And it became hopeless to me to ever be a part of that. So instead I went online, where dollars turned to pennies, and did what everybody did, became part of the content creation economy, which was really our only avenue, but it promised absolutely none of that cultural impact. Nobody's making a parade float for web comics, and now that a couple of decades have gone by since then, I'm realizing that what I was actually making was a natural resource, a form of oil that would then be harvested by AI and turned into whatever is supposedly relevant now. So the things I was making never had a chance to leave a cultural mark the way I don't know, is being demanded of people my age now. I feel like I did make impactful work, but nobody else had any money to make from it, so it didn't get purchased anywhere else. And I mean, to be clear, like that mattered to me a lot more years ago. I don't see any alternative where anything else would have been possible anymore. And I am glad that I, in my time, made the work that I wanted to make. Because the alternative would be waiting around for permission to have done that.
Right.
This game is like demanding your entire brain. It's a very thinky kind of game.
I'm fine. I can talk.
Let's see. Okay, a lot about how nostalgia is a narcotic, and that millennials are basically hose posting now. Posting about how you used to drink out of the hose.
Well, there's like that South Park joke with the member berries.
Yeah.
Like, member He-Man, member My Little Pony.
Yeah.
And it's like, and then one of them is like, remember before they were all the Mexicans?
Yes.
I remember. And it's like, I think that was, they pointed that out a long time ago, that there's something kind of like racist or hateful about the nostalgia.
Yeah, about imagining a rosy future, a rosy past that wasn't even the real past. Like, no, that is a point that I do totally agree with, is that we have, this is like what midlife looks like for us, is the same as it looked for everybody, where we're imagining false versions of our past now, and deciding that things were better, and we're not paying it forward necessarily to make things better, but we also don't feel empowered to do so. We are very beaten down, as you say, by people older than us are still holding on to pretty much everything, and just like kind of the shadowy legacy of the 20th century. We're just kind of reliving it. You feel a lot of writers think their lives aren't exciting enough to draw from and ignore a lot of moments they could use as fuel in their writing because it's not like some grand big thing or being in war or having an abusive relationship or something. Yeah, no, I mean, I 100% agree with that. I also think if a lot of people thought about their boring lives, they would realize that they have been in an abusive relationship. Either they were abused or they were doing it to somebody else, and then maybe it would be more interesting. But I think people don't want to talk about, they don't want to think about it, and then therefore they don't want to talk about what's interesting about their lives. But no, I know what you mean, that people think that like if their lives have not involved any sort of peril, then they don't have an interesting story to tell. And I mean, the thing is, like, I think regardless of your experiences, some people are good at telling a story and some people are not. Some people are good at finding the story and some people are not. I'm sure there are people who've lived very interesting lives who would not even begin to be able to form a story and make like an aesthetic version of what they've been thinking about.
Yeah. There are people who have had like crazy lives and they just like tell you the story and then you forget them and it's lost, as opposed to someone who can put that into a work and like trap it like lightning in a bottle.
Yeah. I mean, you talk to like an old person and they'll tell you a story. Like, there's no way these old people don't have incredible experiences to relate, but they'll tell you a story that's kind of been like calcified into this like memorized series of lines that they have, where they've kind of like, oh, this gets a reaction, that gets a reaction. And like a lot of the time those people's stories are incoherent to me. Like somebody will tell me what they think is a really good story and I only understand like half of what they're saying, And I'm just like, I would love to know what your life is like, but like this little rehearsed thing you have is not a good story. And, you just don't have the knack for this. You just didn't build the skill for this, and not everybody does. And yeah, like I think some people are just gifted storytellers, who also kind of just understand the format, the technical format, and how to make things clear while also knowing how to get to what is visceral about a story. And yeah, I think most people just aren't able to do that and have never been able to do that. I don't think it's required for you to like live through hard times to write about. Or I mean, we are living through hard times is the thing. Like, there are a lot of deterrents to our happiness, and finding stories, finding what's interesting in the moment is like, kind of a way to counteract all that. It's an act of defiance against all that. Yeah, I don't know. Where am I trying to go with this? I'll read a little more. Okay. Okay, this little aside. about complaining, making ourselves willing victims because the world is a mess and we'll never afford homes, so we might as well indulge in spending our money on children's toys and corporate merchandise. She goes on to say, by the way, do you even really want a house? Or do you just like bitching how you'll never... Oh, I didn't cap that entire thing. But like basically, do you really want a house, or do you just like complaining about how you'll never have one? You wouldn't even know what to do with a house, basically, is what she's saying. That like a house is expensive, a house is a lot of work. And this part in particular, which I failed to screen cap, is like the part that I took the most issue with. Because it's like on one hand, millennials are being told that they're perpetual babies. And on the other, they're being told that they couldn't even handle things that are a challenge to them. I feel that that's not nice. And I think that a challenge that like changes you in ways that you didn't expect or want is like one of the best things that can happen to a person in adulthood. Like, I'm not saying like people have to struggle, people have to have hardship, but doing something, setting out to do something, and then being like, holy shit, this is hard, is a really good thing, in my opinion. I don't think anybody negatively, completely negatively is impacted by being challenged in adulthood in a way that they've never been challenged before. I think it's like, it's something that I like basically wish on everybody, that you take on something that is beyond the bounds of what you've ever done before, and it changes you, and you come out the other side of it like, holy shit, I didn't know. I didn't have this before. I didn't like I'm different now. I can't go back. I think it's good to be in a situation where the line is drawn so clearly that you can't go back. That you have to be somebody different. I think that is perhaps the kind of adulthood that this writer and the many critics of the Arrested Development of this generation, I think like that's what they want, right? That we all find a way to grow up very suddenly, very urgently, and not live in denial of our age and I don't know what we're capable of. What do you say, Joe?
Well, is it true that like they're trying to crush our spirits, or is this a form of like self-victimhood that makes us feel good about giving up?
Well, that's kind of what I think that's kind of what Merritt is trying to say.
Yeah.
Is that there's no they.
It's like a Pixar movie. Every plot of every Pixar movie is about a little guy. The world just won't let him cook. Let him cook. It's like, come on. It's like when you actually make stuff, like when you actually do things, you're just doing your job. You're like a Grubhub driver.
Yeah.
That's how it feels. I mean, I did that for a little while. It's like you're the milkman is another comparison I made before. it's like you're the guy who delivers the milk. You don't necessarily have to be friends with the milkman. I'm sick of playing this.
Yeah. I can't believe you played it for so long. Let's play Kingdom Hearts. Well, yeah, I think that's what, that's what Merritt is suggesting, is that that millennials are too quick to say that things are being done to them, and not really seeing what they're empowered to do. And like, I don't totally disagree with that. I don't. I do think that people are prone to make excuses and blame just about anything on their inaction. And again, I think that's kind of an extension of the idea that people are not really as creative or brimming with potential as they believe themselves to be. Not that they don't have potential, but that their potential is completely undeveloped because they lack the drive. And most people lack the drive. And we've talked about this idea that like actually making like having ideas versus actually making something. Actually making something comes from an obsessive, itching desire within you that can't be satisfied unless you've completed it. And I've found that most people don't have that. I think most people have an idea about what the process of creation is going to be. And as soon as they set out, they very quickly find that the process of creation is not fulfilling the end that they had in mind. The end basically being that the hazy idea they had in their mind would just become a finished product the more they thought about it and maybe, doodled at it or sketched it out. It would just become more realized. And that's not the reality. The reality is a lot of mundane little tasks, a lot of being bad at something before you be good at something, a lot of frustration, and a lot of time. And only the itchiest of people is going to be willing to go through that. You just skip the entire intro to the game.
There was an old save file.
Oh, really?
Yeah, is
Weird.
this yours?
No.
Oh.
I don't think so.
Huh.
This is like the person we bought the PS3 from.
Really?
Probably,
oh,
yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, we're playing their save. How about that?
Yeah, I don't know. Well, I'm just figuring out how to play.
Snacks BZ says, having inspiration feels amazing, but the process of creation feels like ditch digging.
I think a lot of millennials do find it like annoying to finish things. Like, they'd rather just like talk about it and then get an A+.
Yeah. But I mean, is that a millennial problem or is that just people?
Well, I don't know. I was thinking about that. Like, millennials seem very entitled, but so do boomers. Like, so does everyone.
So does everyone. I mean, it's just like, I don't know. I've spoken to so many people over the years who want to tell me their idea. And my standard response to that, because I can't listen to that shit anymore, is to say, I will be very happy to read your script.
Yeah.
And nobody has ever sent me a script. I've never had to fulfill that promise. And it's just like, and I don't think this is like, I don't know. I don't think this is something people should be ashamed of. I just think it's something that I think it's something that people allow to stress them out a lot, is the idea that they could be making something, but there is some unnamed force other than the lack of drive that I'm talking about that is preventing them from doing it. And, you know, for anybody like that, I think they should find the thing that they are driven to do. I think they should stop trying to make the thing that they think they want to make but never have, and find something else to do that makes them happy.
Right. They want to make their work that stands out, but that's too much work.
Yeah. And you can't make that immediately. You have to make derivative work first.
Yeah, I mean, that's okay, right? Yeah.
Well, it's what you have to do. Like, you know how like every band's first album sounds like another band, you know, like, and then they find their sound. And that's pretty much always how it goes. Like, you need to copy somebody else.
Yeah. And like even when rock and roll was new, you wouldn't stand out.
No.
Like if you did a rock and roll band.
Everyone just played each other's songs. Like, everyone just played the same blues riffs. Like, it's okay for, you know, contemporary artists to just copy each other all the time. Because that's part of the process too. But yeah, like the expectation of originality trips people up. The expectation of glory, of greatness, of being the artist that they admire is overwhelming to people. And they're just not going to do the boring, busy work of, you know, writing 1 million words before any of them are any good, or drawing this shitty anime face until it looks good.
Yeah.
Like, you got to do it forever. You got to do it forever. And
yeah,
you know,
you can't even like go around looking for people who are interested. You basically just have to sit there drawing and wait for people, and you don't even want them to come over. They just do. It's like, what are you drawing? It's like you always forget they're there, mm-hmm. and then they come over. But like that must be a good sign, right? When you're just like getting attention without looking for it.
Yeah. Well, that, you know, that basically happens in childhood. And I don't think you have to learn a craft in childhood, but it really does help if, as a child, you were obsessed with something, because that's when you had time, that's when you had patience, and that's when you weren't getting bogged down by the expectations of the world. So that is a really good time to learn how to do something like draw or tell stories. But, you know, I don't think that's the only way to do it, but I think adults are very impatient if they haven't already done that. And I think, you know, that's the reason that, like, Gen AI has become so enticing, or at least it was. I feel like the moment is sinking a little bit, and when it comes to art. Maybe not in every field.
Well, yeah, I mean, Disney doesn't have the same confidence in it. They're not working with OpenAI anymore.
No. I think by and large, the people within these arts industries are realizing that the art it makes is very dull.
Right.
And, you know,
we're looking back at things like Kingdom Hearts and thinking, real art.
This crap. This fucking, like, oh, you like Final Fantasy? What if it had Mickey and Donald and Goofy? All your friends and Hercules. Like, this sucks. This has always sucked so much. And, like, to me, this is, like, when you suggested this, I was like, yes, this is peak millennial cringe. This is all the bullshit that everyone hates encompassed in one thing.
Well, this is, like, the thing that, like, you can still sell to the most cringe millennial.
Yeah.
Like the kind of when I think of millennial cringe, I think of like Harry Potter world. Like I feel like that's the most millennial cringe thing I can think of, because that's like that arrogance that it's like if someone is like, oh, that's problematic, you'll just like scowl like a demon at them. You'll grow horns and the room will burn. It's
right.
Just like you will not let go of this fucking like, I've wanted this since I was a wee lass. It's like you're British now.
Yeah, you'll defend it. You'll defend it no matter what. Like, it just, like, this thing that's just morphing into Hitler, you're just defending it more every year.
Yeah, it's like sinking into the La Brea tar pits. It's like about to go up in flames, and it's like the more people that go in there, the more that are gonna get stuck.
And you're bringing your kids in there, too.
Yes. I mean, you know, that's who it really should be for, but I feel like Harry Potter adults are the ones who asked for that shit.
Yeah.
We didn't have that when we were kids.
Harry Potter adults and Disney adults, right?
Disney adults, yeah. You know, like Disney and Warner Brothers are like competitors, I guess.
Uh-huh.
And like they're always doing the same shit as each other.
Right.
You know, I guess they probably made this in response to Space Jam or some crap.
Right. What about Disney?
So yeah, like Warner Brothers has their own theme parks, just like Disney.
And adults of our age are captured by it.
Yeah.
They've been caught.
I've waited for this Hogwarts game. Like, you know, they're like pushing the kids out of the way to get the fucking sorting hat on their head.
So, all right, but we're talking about consumers here. We're not talking about artists. Do you think that artists are playing in like an overly derivative pool?
What are we talking about? Because I feel like that those are some pretty broad strokes to say like the whole generation has nothing to say.
Yeah.
You know, it's probably not true. I feel like that's definitely an exaggeration for the funny of it.
Yeah, for the likes. Yeah, I mean, no, I just like,
we are being fed a lot of it. It's not something anything we were asked for. It's always like, you want this? It's like, I'm 37. Leave me alone. I have back pain.
Yeah, right. I'm trying not to eat something that's gonna ruin the next 2 days for me.
It's like when I'm 90, there's gonna be like Toy Story 23, where like Andy gets Woody back and he's 90, and he's like looks at him happily one last time, and the movie ends.
And dies and decomposes
being old.
Fast motion.
While You Got a Friend in Me plays really fast.
Do you think being fed all this has an impact on our ability to manifest our own ideas and create?
I think it does. I think it's like, man, who gives a shit about my thing that's not going to make any money like this garbage that does?
Yeah.
It's like you start to see your own art as like some product that's going to fail on the market. It's like depressing, and you never get shit done.
It's dispiriting, and you end up you know, if you're on like a platform, you're working around the algorithm just to make a few pennies.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, that definitely is the case. And I think that seems like the majority of what artists and craftsmen are reduced to, because that's the most visible. The people who are following the algorithm's orders are the most visible.
Yeah.
Are they the most impactful? I mean, is anybody going to know what a Mr. Beast is? And like, you know, 1 year, in like, in like 10 years, people are going to be like, oh yeah, it was this guy. And like, there's just not going to be really it's not going to have moved anything, things.
Yeah.
It's just going to be like, oh yeah, that platform we were addicted to had a guy on it.
There's a lot of shit like that like we look back on and cringe.
Yeah.
It's like the nostalgia critic. You look at like nostalgia critic is just like sort of like a cringe character now.
Mm-hmm.
Like he's just like a character for like, I don't know, irony.
He's just like making content about nostalgic things, right?
Yeah.
I never watched the Nostalgia Critic. I'm just guessing what he was like.
Yeah, he does reviews of terrible nostalgic things.
Right. Yeah, I mean, in the chat, like Mutant Astronaut saying that they liked so much trash in childhood. I mean, we all did, and I think like I don't even have to go back and rewatch something to remember if it was actually any good or not, Like sometimes I'll be like, I want to know if this was any good. But like sometimes it's very, very obvious to me immediately when I think about it, like, oh no, this sucked. It was just some stupid shit from that time period. It didn't like
stupid shit.
This is stupid
shit that sucked.
Yeah. It was just like some stupid Bugs Bunny shit that our dad would step on and curse on the floor, like, just like damn Bugs Bunny shit. It was like, yeah, I mean, you just know. And I mean, maybe there's some little corner of my mind that is forever impacted by having watched that thing, but it's not like I'm trying to make that, I'm not reaching for that as if that is where things made sense. That was the truth of the past. And I'm like trying to reclaim it. It was just some detritus, just some shit that like I wandered through on my journey.
Well, that's a good example. Damn Bugs Bunny shit. It's like you see anything with Bugs Bunny made by people who are alive. It's
shit.
Yeah, it's terrible.
It's damn Bugs Bunny shit.
It's like you're alive. Come on. Like, what do you mean you want me to say it's good? It's like I never said to Frizz Freeling that his work was good.
No, because he was dead.
Yeah, he's still dead.
Yeah, you're right. There's no one we've ever been able to compliment for Bugs Bunny.
No, I mean you can't be alive, I think.
Yeah, I mean Chuck Jones died in like the early 2000s. That was your last
but like
chance.
If you were actually inventing something, like, I don't know, if you were making something in the spirit of Looney Tunes, that's one thing.
Yeah, but yeah, making Looney Tunes, it has just always sucked. It sucked for like 60 years, right? 70 years it sucked.
Yeah, it's the moment was over. The moment was over in like the 50s or 60s already.
Yeah. Right. Whenever Chuck Jones was doing those really stylistically intricate drawings of Looney Tunes characters.
He killed it by making the best one ever, and then that was it.
Right. The self-referential. Imagine being a kid who like your parents show you that one first. That's like abuse, right? That's a terrible thing to do.
I don't know. I feel like it's classic, so it could be the first one you see by accident.
By accident, yeah. But that would be mean. I disagree. I disagree with it. Yeah, I don't know. I think like, putting something out on the internet and having like, a social media platform react to it is just never going to be the best way to provoke any kind of discussion that you might want to have. And I don't even know if that was the intention with this. It was really just to like tell people that like they can't blame absolutely everything in their environment for the fact that they are kind of in a state of arrest. That we live in, that, our culture sucks, and we all have this sense that things suck, and that I don't know. I guess that we are not personally contributing to making it better. I don't know. I feel like I'm doing my best by making what I think is true. And I feel that way about many of my peers, people I've met over the years. And I think in time that will become visible. It's just hard to see right now because,
everything needs to be proven. And I feel like it's okay for it to be like in that state, because that's where great things came from before, where like, these things that are all proven now didn't used to be proven.
No. I mean, Looney Tunes was just like some shit you watched before the movie. Like,
yeah, there was a million series just like it called like Poopy Tunes. There's some shit like that.
Yeah. Flip the Frog.
Yeah, Flip the Frog.
Don't you like him? Yeah, every single one of them is like, what do you think of this racist caricature? Have we got it yet? Do you like him? Every last one of those guys dead in like an old wooden steamer trunk together, just like noodly limbs hanging out of it. And
yeah, all those cartoons, dime a dozen.
Yeah.
Even Oswald, that, Walt Disney was so upset about losing, it's just worthless to them now.
I mean, they do sell Oswald shit now. They put him in whatever they can.
Right.
But that's just because that's what they are. They're an extractive company.
But, like, he was supposed to be the star. They're not going to make Oswald cartoons, like, out the wazoo. They're not going to risk everything on Oswald.
No, exactly. He didn't hit like they thought. And they didn't know what would hit until it did. And then 100 years later, we act like it was a foregone conclusion. We won't know. We really won't know. And I think, I think we should, if you're upset about the shit culture and like looking to, turn that angry eye to the people who have failed to create a better culture for you, then you're just like allowing the popular culture to dictate what is noteworthy and important and meaningful. I think you gotta wait. You gotta be patient and allow the things that matter to you to impact you, and without the expectation that you're ever going to be proven right or not, because it's kind of lame to like be waiting around for something to be proven just so you can like it.
Yeah, I think the Ocarina of Time remake is Millennial Cringe. We already had that game.
Yeah.
We already had a remake of it.
Yeah.
It's like we don't need to waste our potential reliving some old shit.
Yeah, I mean,
shit
I think
that they already lived.
I think all of the remakes are kind of that. Like, I think the Final Fantasy remakes are Millennial Cringe.
Star Wars thing.
Yeah.
It's like you get to puppet Chewbacca's corpse. It's like they already had the fun of coming up with that. You don't get to do anything like that.
No.
You just get to play with the old ideas that have already been lived out.
I mean, I would say that, like, Star Wars is like Xer cringe, right? Like older people have been squeezed to buy more of that for a long time.
There was waves of there's waves of Star Wars fans now.
Yeah, I guess
it's like
so.
People my age became big fans during the prequel
the
era.
90s. Yeah, that's true. But I don't think it's happening anymore. I think at this point they are all aging.
Uh-huh.
I don't think kids love the new stuff.
They probably love the toy lightsabers, right?
That's true. I guess they don't have to love all of it. There's plenty for them, whatever they're into.
Lost. I'm lost. Yeah, I don't know where to go.
All right, I think we've said it. We've said it.
You
all.
want to play the worst millennial cringe?
Yeah, let's see the worst one of all. Fucking shit Disney World music. It's like the same music as like in that Capcom game.
What Capcom game?
Oh, like the Disney World adventure game. No, that's not really stupid magical realm music. I feel like old media has its place to be passed down, but I do wish it would just freeze in time so I could personally take it out and introduce it to my kids. I don't need a new version for them. Well, yeah, I think that's like kind of the same problem as, you know, these companies holding on to this IP long after the original creators are dead, like holding on to it for like 100+ years. Like, it should just be released into the world, and there shouldn't be like one single company that is able to like make something new of it. It should be like this diluted thing, like the Odyssey. Well, that also feels like, even though it's 3,000 years old, there's still some fucking monoculture for it. There's the correct. Well, I'll talk about that a little more later. Let's look at Harry Pothead and the Sorcerer's Stoned. So they couldn't even get the real music for this game. Let's listen to this fake shit. Can't really hear it. Sucks. Fucking shit sucks. Dun, 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 dun. He will be in Harry goes back to Hogwarts. They couldn't get the fucking music for this. My God.
Yeah, how is that possible that they didn't have the music? It's like Warner Brothers, well, EA doesn't own. Okay, Warner Brothers doesn't own EA.
They
games.
license the rights to the likenesses, the story, but not the music. Dun, 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 dun. Oh my God.
So it's not even the movie. It's not even based on the movie.
I mean, the characters look like a little like the actors enough. The costumes look like they're from the movie, and that's the logo of the movie.
But the book also has that logo.
Does it? Oh, yeah, I guess so. Well,
it showed the Warner Brothers logo.
Yeah, no, this is definitely derived from the movie. Like, all these elements look like the ones that were created for the movie. Sorry to impose Harry Potter on our viewers, but this you're absolutely right that this is the most millennial cringe shit that exists. This is the one that we're holding on to like by our claws. Like this one that like it can go away. Like this can go away if we want it bad enough.
Yeah. I think that it is the most arrogant thing to hold on to when you really can make your own fantasy world and should. This is where it becomes a sort of duty where it's like if you have decided that Harry Potter is too evil to continue to keep as part of our culture, and maybe it's like a hot coal that will cool off in 200 years after the author dies, and it's like, until then you should really feel the responsibility of making the replacement.
Yeah, make the replacement. I mean, is that not the biggest failing of millennial culture, is not replacing this with something?
It's literally like goblins and vampires and shit. You can do that too.
Yeah.
It's like, this is Crundus. Like, you could do so much better. You do better blindfolded.
Yeah, I mean, this game is Crundus.
Harry Potter is a dweeb. We need to shove him into a locker.
The source material is Crundus. The source material was never dreamt up more than one book at a time, and the creator is the author is just every book writing a longer book trying to justify the previous book. Until right until 6 books in, she's writing 7,000 pages.
It's like, yeah, you would have been better off doing the J.R. Martin guy thing. It's just like stopping doing them.
Just give it over to the TV writers. Let them figure out what happens.
Let them write the fuckus ending. Like, J.K. Rowling wasn't like a genius. She didn't really have like a beautiful ending in mind. It was really crundy and messy.
Yeah. And then we all have to act like, because it was finished, it's this great work worth preserving, because it is a complete series of books.
Right. Just because there were 7 books, as promised,
eventually, when we were all like 25.
I think I've been thinking about this. Like, I think we should try to remember what we loved about Harry Potter and still like keep that, because that's ours. What we took from it can be ours now. If you were inspired by it, there's nothing wrong with you. I don't think you should completely count that out.
Right.
Those feelings that made you feel.
Okay, well, Snacks has one. The audio dub of Brad Neely reading Wizard People, Dear Reader. That was a blast, right? That was making fun of a bad movie, but I suppose we can count that as something we took. I mean, all right, what do I take from Harry Potter that I like so I can banish the rest into hell?
What was the like YTP? Somebody did an edit of the like Jim Dale Harry Potter. It's like, like a YouTube poop almost.
Oh, I don't know.
Like Harry Estrant, who fuck, that sort of thing.
Oh, I don't remember that, but I did watch Wizard People, Dear Reader quite a few times. Harry waits.
Of remixes like Harry Pothead.
Yeah, Harry Potter and the Sorcerer's Stoned.
Harry Horny Peter and the Sorcerer's Daughter. I had a friend who wore that shirt. Don't be scared, Harry. Why is this happening?
Why are you fighting a washing machine? Because it's charming. Look how charming.
It has full health.
You can't kill it. You're just going to spend an hour fighting a washing machine. Harry Potter wakes up to another tequila sunrise. Ow. Yeah, I like Brad Neely, and I had genuine enjoyment watching that with my friends in college. What else did I like? I like the John Williams soundtrack. I wish it wasn't the first thing I think of when I think of Harry Potter, but I think the original soundtrack is really wonderful because he's an excellent composer. I think they got a lot of good actors to be in those movies. That's how I was introduced to Maggie Smith. I was young. I didn't.
Well, look, a lot of those good things were made upon a pile of goodwill. Yeah. Goodwill that you could never find anymore.
No.
Like, imagine, like they make like a stupid Harry Potter show now.
Yeah.
No, they don't.
No, they don't.
There's no goodwill. There's just like people terrified or something or part of that. Like,
right? There's a gun to their head.
There's a gun and a knife to their head.
Just off camera, there's a gun.
Well, yeah,
the boom mic is a gun.
You were asking if anybody had ever spoken out against J.K. Rowling, and Emma Watson did.
She did. Is she the only one?
I don't know.
I mean, I imagine that nobody, like anybody who was in those movies like 20 years ago, they don't want to subject themselves to the vitriol of the
evil
the
queen.
Most deranged people on earth for some shit they did 20 years ago when they had nothing to do with any of this,
Yeah.
Like, these child actors should not have to justify being in these movies when they were children.
Well, yeah, but like that's what these movies are all about, is about growing up and like defeating evil, like as a child and like as an adult, like it or Ocarina of Time.
Finding that some people really are evil and that you just have to defeat them. You just have to grow to distrust them and be skeptical of them and defeat them, right? So then, I mean, it would be very satisfying in that regard if these child actors just fucking hated this shit now. But yeah, I don't know. I can't imagine wanting to invite that into my life. Just like I can't imagine, Macaulay Culkin wanting to like come out against Michael Jackson. It's just like, didn't I give you people enough? Like, what do you want from me? You want the worst years of my life recounted as content to you?
Well, yeah, maybe they have a lot to lose. I don't know. Like, it's not going to be Harry. Harry, it's got to be the kid who plays Neville. Who's going to
yeah, right.
The serpent,
the real hero. Yeah. Well, yeah. I don't know. The people who are actors in the movie I don't think they owe us some sort of apology or explanation or anything.
No, in fact, it's probably better the less they talk about Harry Potter. Like, just. It's like the less they talk about it, the less people will associate them with it.
Yeah. So
they have careers now that have nothing to do with Harry Potter. They don't want people to always be thinking about Harry Potter.
Right. They would prefer not to be associated. Yeah, like Blaisdell says that Emma Watson wasn't even that harsh. She just said she still loved JK. She was just disappointed with her. See, that's more annoying to me. Right? Like that's like so toothless. It's annoying.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, no.
Yeah, she should have cursed her.
Yeah, exactly.
That would have mattered coming from her.
Right? Yeah, because Hermione's such a bad wizard. She's always fucking up. Yeah, no, I don't know. I just want it to fucking go away. I just wish it would fucking go away. I'm sure they do too. And it's not in this, like, this. We're not gonna get rid of it. Maybe our children will get rid of it, Maybe our children, like, we'll pass the buck to them and they'll be like, this is some shit our parents made us read.
I mean, I don't think we'll ever make them read it. I think they'll find it somehow. Hopefully they'll like find it in a stolen bunch of text documents. They didn't even mean to have it, and they read it by accident. And it's like, Harry Potter, yeah, pretty good.
Maybe our children will fix it. That's really funny.
Well, I mean, you have every right to take all of these concepts, which are thousands of years, or like 1,000 years old. All of these, like, this like history of mythology is all ours to mess with.
Right.
You can make your own dragon story. You can make your own wizard story. Make your own school of wizardry story.
Yeah. Or
make it good for once.
Make it good. Yeah. I mean, yeah, it's hard to believe. It's hard to believe that this one in particular needs to survive when it's so easy to just take all of these fantastical elements and make something that resonates with
even rich?
Kids.
Her house is falling on her. It's like not even structurally sound. You can see the creature hands coming out of the walls.
Her whomping willow is...
Yeah, the willow is coming to whomp her. I mean, that's how it feels that, like, you know, you could make a really fucking epic Hogwarts theme park video game and people my age would be like, wow, it's just how I imagined. But, like, why does it matter? Because like the person it's going to doesn't need that money. She doesn't even want that money. She just expects it. Yeah. There's no end to that bitch's greed.
No. And then we all know what she's using the money for. It's like a direct line, right? She's sending it straight to whatever lobbying group will get the laws that she wants. And the laws are all barbaric. So like, I just like, yeah, I don't know. It's hard for me to understand the pull of this kind of thing. It just couldn't be. I don't know that anything can be justified essentially by this pull that it has on your childhood, on your memories.
It's just like charging rent on your memories. Just like fucking kill yourself. Like this, get a real job, you creepy weirdos.
Yeah, like it's the right. Yeah, like you're still paying. I love that you're still paying rent on this shit. It's like, oh, you still have fond feelings about this? Pay up.
Yeah, buy a hardcover. Fuck you.
Oh, we noticed you still like this. You haven't paid us in a while.
Why? I've done like 30.
This game, man. What the fuck? Where's the chamber?
The chamber, yeah, it's a secret. You play this game in secret.
You don't want anyone to know you're playing it. Well, yeah, that's something I see a lot of, right? Like people will, you know, there's a new Harry Potter game coming out, and people, you know, there'll be people who are like, you know, how can you justify buying this shit? And then the reaction to that will be like, I agree with you. You know, if you have to play it, why don't you just play it and not say anything? And to that, I'm just like, why are you advocating for that? Like, why is that like, I don't know.
Yeah, that feels sick. Like, you're more acceptable, you're more valid if you do that. Man, fuck you. I can't be friends with anyone. Everybody is just like that.
It's like, but I gotta.
I mean, I gotta play this? No.
I mean, you know,
it's kind of shit.
We played this because this is the worst thing we can think of. I mean, when we think of like people our age, it's the worst thing we can think of.
Well, yeah, like just like wanting to live Harry Potter, like it feels like so arrogant to like want like be a 37-year-old like me who wants like a Harry Potter theme park or something.
Just like, I just want to live like these boys.
Yeah, I just
want to be like these boys.
I just want to be like, I love magic and be a douchebag like Harry Potter.
He is a douchebag.
The douchington. He's like Kevin. Bling blah.
Right on target.
Like, not now, minion. I'm eating.
Like, remember at the end of the series, there's like a big war, and she's like, one of the Weasleys has to die, and like they're interchangeable. So one of them dies, and the emotional impact is nothing, right? One of them died. The two brothers.
Yeah, one of them dies.
Which one? Who knows?
Who knows?
Who cares?
Who cares?
How impactful?
It doesn't matter.
One of them has to die. I cried while I wrote this. I was in tears writing this.
They all could die. It's the end of the series.
It's the end of the series. They can all die. They can all get married to each other, get married to their classmates from when they were 12, and name all of their babies Dumbledore McSeverin. People liked this.
Yeah. I forget what I was gonna say. Yeah, like, we can leave this shit behind. That inspired us for a couple books, but then it was toast. Then it was fuck. That was foot.
Yeah.
It was just like a giant wad of chewed gum.
Yeah, it was like, was there like 4 or 5 books, and by then, like, kids are dying, right? And it's like, all right, well, anyway, in the next book, Harry's back to school, right?
Yeah.
They did that the whole fucking time.
Yeah, they did that a lot.
He's back to school. He's back in class.
And then finally, it's just like Harry doesn't go to school in the last book.
In the last book, yeah. But, like, before that, it was just like, well, I think I can send them back to school every book until the very end. Like, it's just all this stupid, like, all these stupid choices in hindsight that you're just like, this was just obligatory. This was just a continuation of something that had to be continued.
It's amazing to see that now that, like, there was certainly, like, not a consistency in the quality of these books.
No.
That they got bigger and badder.
They said bitch.
They said bitch.
They said bitch. The book said bitch.
The book said bitch?
Yeah.
When?
In the last book, during the war, one of the moms calls another mom a bitch.
Oh, right. The big bitch book.
The big bitch. Bitch for another book.
Bitch of another book. That's you.
That's me.
It's like bitch read another book. So says the bitch of another book. It's like, but what will my children read? And you just like hand them your bitch book.
Yeah, here's Bitch's book. Enjoy a book by Bitch. I feel like, was this a real thing? I feel like at some point somebody made a t-shirt or something that had like the Harry Potter font and it said read another book.
Yeah.
Like, that was even before J.K. Rowling was a transphobe. It was like when people were just fucking tired of hearing about Harry Potter.
Oh, right. It's because people were really just like, this is another bit of millennial cringe that, like, when like Donald Trump was winning polls, people were like comparing it to Voldemort. And it's like, read another book, please.
Yes, exactly.
And it's like,
or like read a history book.
read The Catcher in the Rye, and then buy a gun. I don't know. Do anything besides what you're doing.
Right. There was like this insistence. Well, yeah. I mean, do you think Harry Potter is to blame for like the YA-ification of like literature?
Oh my God, maybe.
Right? That
the lore in children's cartoons.
Yeah.
You think it's because of Harry Potter?
Yeah, I think so. I think it can accept much of the blame.
Yeah.
The idea that like YA is like something to grow with, and you don't need to be ashamed of reading Harry Potter in public if you're an adult, because it's meant for you. It's meant for you. It's yours.
Yeah.
It's for you. Like I can't think of another book in that time period for children that would have been socially acceptable to be reading in public. And YA at this point is very, very, very much read by adults.
Yeah.
It's like an entire industry built on like adults reading YA books. I think Harry Potter is the reason that we went down this route, and probably the reason that it seems so fundamental, because it was the beginning of children's stories that people were able to pretend had greater depth and therefore were enriching for adults to read. Or, like, I mean, even the idea that like a book should enrich you in any way, I feel like people have completely rejected that idea, that like books are meant to introduce new ideas to you and make you think about things and give you a perspective you've never heard before. I think the expectation is that books are they're entertainment, and nobody can tell you how to entertain yourself. And that's nobody's business what you like, and let people enjoy things. And like the consequence of that is that people exclusively read shit like this. They exclusively read things that are not in any way provocative or interesting or new or exploratory. They're not challenging at all.
Yeah, like did you ever think for a second that Harry Potter was like not gonna succeed?
No, because by the time I knew about it, it was huge.
I meant the character.
Oh,
like he's always getting away with it.
Oh yeah,
someone will die, but not him.
Oh yeah. No, they're not gonna kill Harry Potter. He's the hero. I mean, yeah. Like, imagine any great work of literature where there wasn't a chance that there wasn't any chance at all that the main character would die. Save for the Odyssey, I want to talk about the Odyssey real quick. Have you ever read or seen any of the Odyssey?
No.
Okay. All right. I probably won't be able to get much juice out of you then, but I wanted to talk about it because it's like a movie that everyone's talking about right now.
Right.
Based on an epic poem that I really love, and I feel like once again the movie is more discourse than movie. People talking about how, because the right-wing content farm is mad about it, that means it's good and cool to see it. I thought the movie was pretty bad. I mean, it was like okay, it was like watchable, but
yeah.
It takes this ancient story from another time and another culture, and it moralizes and explains in a way that is like really, really contemporary and really, really grating. It takes all these mythical things, which you're probably pretty familiar with, the Cyclops and the sirens and the witch who transforms the men into pigs, and all these stories of like angering the gods and feeling the wrath of the gods. And it turns them into like, you know, it provides an allegory for each of those things. Basically a logical explanation for why each of those things happens. And I just fucking reject that. I hate the contemporary impulse to explain why fantastical things are happening, as if people are not going to be able to feel the meaning of those things if it's not explained.
Sounds poopid.
It's really poopid.
Sounds poopus from the poopid pile. Yeah, we have a word for that. Poopid.
I should have known you would understand. You say he got rid of, you heard he got rid of all the fucking. Well, yeah. That's, you know, another contemporary thing that I just hate is modern directors' dislike of sex and not just sex but sensuality.
There's no yeah, exactly. There's no desire to get the brilliant, most beautiful image out of the scene.
No.
Like Jon Favreau was talking about how in The Lion King he was like, "Oh, there's no way we'd get such a beautiful sky like they did in the original Lion King. So let's just not.
Let's just do an ugly sky.
A sky that looks like sock."
Oh my god! Like in the Odyssey, in the poem, every mention of food is delicious. It is a vivid description of how the animal was slaughtered, how its meats were burned, were flame grilled to perfection, dripping with juices, and a beautiful feast was made of their flesh. It is just like sumptuous and delicious every time they eat. And in this movie, everything is dry. Yeah, wine dark seed, wine soaked world. Everything in this movie is dry and gray. Every time you see food, the camera passes over it. It's just a brown lump on a table. It's nothing. You don't want to reach out and grab anything you see in this movie. Dry. And there was one description in the entire movie of a man being bathed and anointed in oils. And they tried to get through that as quickly as possible. What is the Odyssey, if not vivid descriptions of men being bathed and anointed in oils? Like, that's the kind of shit that the original poem is interested in talking about, that the movie thinks is not important.
Yeah.
Just luxuriating in things like that, in the pleasures of human sensuality. The movie has none of that at all. And yeah, no, there is no fucking. It's all very buttoned up. The food's dry, yeah. There's no blood.
The food needs to taste good in a movie.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, I don't know, like movie food needs to be the good.
Especially like a movie that, where you're talking about glory, a movie where you're talking about like wanting to be king and wanting to be in charge and fighting a bloody war for that glory of battle and of the spoils of war.
Yeah.
And instead, like, Matt Damon just feels bad about it, He's he's sad. He's sad that he fought the war.
He's nice now.
Like Athena is like his therapist. She's just like sitting there listening to him and going like,
Ugh. This sounds even poopider than I thought.
Yeah, no, it's Poop Quest. Like I didn't like it, and I don't think it's very good. And I definitely think that way more is being made of it than it deserves.
Yeah, this is the new Christopher Nolan movie.
Yeah.
I saw. Yeah, I got killed. No, I'm alive. No, now I'm dead. I saw him saying AI bad. So yeah, that's how you know somebody's got a bad movie. I guess.
If they said AI bad,
or anything about
about it at all, if they're not just like not participating in that conversation at all because it's irrelevant to what they do.
Yeah.
Oh, well, yeah, no, I feel that way too increasingly. Like I don't want somebody to like introduce their project by saying no AI was used. It is all handmade, because that doesn't tell me anything. It didn't tell me anything before AI, and it doesn't tell me anything now.
I wrote it in binary. I just wrote it in binary in order, 0111, that sort of thing.
Yeah. Yeah, no, it's just like it doesn't give you any information. All it does is tie you to AI, and like I don't want to think about it. Like I don't want to think about the impact that AI has had creatively on you, whether you love it or you feel it's worth bragging about not using it. I don't want to hear about it.
I did a shitty comic about that, about like someone is like, here's my cake, there's no diarrhea or rusty nails or vomit or cat puke in it, and the person is like, would you like any? And the person's like, I'll pass. It's like, how much clearer can I make it that there's absolutely no diarrhea or cat puke? It's like, yeah, like why would you keep talking about these things that aren't in it? It really sounds like you put a ton of that in it when you keep talking about it.
Yeah. No, it's just I'm sick of it all, and I just like, I just want to fucking see a movie that I'm like, well, that was new and exciting, and it that so rarely happens, especially with the movies that get talked about the most.
Yeah,
I mean, we've talked about like how every year there are good movies, but it's going to take a few years before you even go back and watch them because the noise was too intense at the time. You're just like, I'm gonna see Backrooms when I'm like 50,
Sure. I mean,
I just
when
can't
you're 50, there's gonna be more Backrooms movies than that one.
Right, but then I can go back and assess like, all right, the movie that launched 1 million movies, what do we think? Does it still have value? And I don't know. I will assess it later.
I already don't like it by being a movie. It's like, no, I watched the trailer and I was like, no. It's like, you're already giving us way more than there should be. It's like the Backrooms. It's like, I don't know. I feel like it was more fun when it was like more like mysterious. It's just like a single image is what was fun about it. The idea that you could end up in this place that's a single image.
Right. Okay. I don't think I understand because I haven't seen any of this, but from what I understand, like now, other Backrooms videos on YouTube are being like cease and desisted because there is now a unified idea of what the Backrooms is, and it's owned by a studio.
What? Oh, give me a fucking break. The Backrooms is just one of those ideas. Anyone could come up with their own fucking Backrooms. It's the same as any of those liminal space images.
Right.
It's like, stop obsessing over the one. That's an IP now.
Yeah, it's an IP now.
IPP. Wee.
Yeah, no, I mean, I think this is kind of like the thing we're circling around tonight is that, I know this game looks like shit.
I hate this game. I like the skull.
I think the thing we're circling around is this idea of like waiting around for like great works to be anointed by like the 3 companies that own everything.
The 3 people from the 20th century who are still alive.
Yeah, who own like everything. Who like they're 98 years old and they have a full head of brown hair.
They're that screaming skull and they own all the money in the world.
Yeah, and they've got a little goatee.
They like Harry Potter and not much else.
Yeah,
that's all they know.
I mean, I think, you know, when it comes right down to us, I think millennials are responsible for some aspects of like what's shitty about the culture right now, but it's you know, it's not their fault that 3 companies own everything and it's all Harry Potter. And I think we just kind of need to kill the Harry Potter in our heads. You know, we have to kill the idea that like we're sitting around waiting for like the hand to reach down and pull us up and make our work relevant. That's never how it's worked. And we can't determine what becomes of our work, how our work is perceived, what impact it's going to have. We really don't have much control over that. So the only thing we have control over is making something that is truthful to us and the moment we're living in, and hope that somebody notices and cares. Like, what else could you possibly do?
Yeah, like I you know, I see the IP slop as like trying to find more marrow in the hollowed out bones.
Yeah,
like you gotta give it a rest and look for something new. Like you have to give it a little bit of attention if it doesn't get much.
Yeah, I mean, I think, you know, artists have an obligation to, you know, carry the chalice of what's good and meaningful to future generations. And you know, that might not mean that they like necessarily get to reach children and become kids' favorite things and become like this widely influential thing. I think the days of that are like pretty much over. The idea that like, I don't know, that anybody with their unique ideas can really compete with the endless regurgitation of ideas that have been captured and can be produced at like mega scale.
Well, but also like that stuff is still just like that they're stuck making that shit. Like, you know, you actually are free to make whatever you want. Mm-hmm. So you might actually end up being better off in the long run.
Right.
They have to cling to Harry Potter. That's their thing, that they cling.
Yeah, it is true. Like, if you let this inhibit you, then you're not going to be very happy. I think, you know, again, like, the thing that drives you can't be like the potential for great success. It has to be because your skin is going to itch until you finish, until you make it. You're not gonna be okay with yourself until you make it. God, this is fugly. It would be like, you know, it would be fun if Harry could die in comical ways. Like if he could get vaporized into a skeleton and then the skeleton bones fall on the ground.
And it plays really sad music.
Yeah, and then you see like it fades to black, and you see like a little feather in a dip jar of an inkwell. Like your story is done. Your story has been written.
Yeah, it ended before the first book was finished.
Yeah. lighten it up a little bit. Just because it's a serious story doesn't mean you can't throw around a little comedy.
Yeah, I was thinking about Harold Zoid that like you have to be pretty good to be able to pull that sort of thing off. You know, he wasn't able to do that. You can't throw a little comedy whenever. You can though if you know what you're doing.
Yeah. Yeah, if you're Charlie Chaplin, you can suddenly go from being Hitler to talking about why Hitler needs to be destroyed.
Yeah.
But how many people get to do that?
Just him.
Just him. It's the only example I have.
Mel Brooks.
Did Mel Brooks get serious?
No, but he really killed Hitler and made fun of him.
That's true. Right. He in the real world, he was fighting Hitler. Put his money where his mouth was.
Okay, so like they made me train to like throw guys, and yet this is not a guy throwing segment. What am I supposed to do with this asshole?
It's like fucking vague fucking music. I hate it so much.
Ugh.
This is like the music that like people made fun of like Danny Elfman for making for years.
It's just like it's the music's getting all excited and nothing's happening. That's ludonarrative dissonance.
Yeah, ludonarrative dissonance.
Dun, 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 dun.
You're just walking
around with a guy. The fucking guy that I can't get rid of. You go here. Oh, here.
Age.
Yeah, in you go.
Wow, what a fun game. It's like a point-and-click adventure.
Ugh.
Harry Potter.
Yeah, Harry Potter feels a lot weaker now than it was when I was a kid. I mean, there's something to be said about like the way it would like come out for like summer, like over the summer you'd read the new Harry Potter book. If there was a new one that year. Like I feel like, you know, that's been over for a long time, and there's always an opportunity to be that, to take that place, and you know, be some kid's favorite series for their life. I mean, you know, I was talking about how some series, shut up, some series are like a direct hit. You're like the same age as the characters, and they age in real time like this. They, you know, they got me good.
Yeah, well, you know, that is happening with Wings of Fire right now. Like, I'm talking about all these series, but actually one is being created right under my nose. I'm now seeing my son be the age for those books, and there's like a range of years where those books are really, really captivating to kids.
Yeah.
It can be a story about teenage dragons, because that's how you feel.
Yeah. Yeah, what if the dragons were the good guys? What if the dragons were the good guys? It's like Otto. That'd be cool.
You're nostalgic for the fuck-ass Danny Elfman intro sequence for the new Charlie and the Chocolate Factory movie. The newer. You mean, when you say the newer, you mean the one from like the 2000s, right?
Hang on. Can I hear that? That's like the Pizza Tower sound effect.
Yeah, somebody in the chat said that. It's the Pepino scream.
Oh, it's so pretty.
The one with Johnny Depp. I'm with you. I like that movie. I like that stupid fucking late era Tim Burton movie.
Yeah, I think
Hedwig died.
I think that this is an interesting. I think the conclusion we've made is that it's like your responsibility to believe in your own story, because if you don't, then we'll only think that we can believe in some old fucking shit.
Yeah.
Something from 20 years ago.
Yeah.
I think that's not even morally okay to be into, because it's cursed. It's all about that. And you know, these concepts all belong to us, like magic and, you know, even chocolate frogs. Like, you can steal that and make it your own thing.
Like that too. You can make disgusting jelly beans from poop flavor.
Well, like, the thing is, those fucking gross jelly beans that they finally those like goldfish, those Harry Potter goldfish in aisle 9 3/4 finally went they finally went bad.
Yeah.
Like, they must, I haven't checked, but the last time I checked the dates on those, it was like, oh, thank God they're getting rid of these.
Yeah,
finally.
no, I think they're done. They have other
no
stuff.
one bought them. There was a whole shelf of them for like 4 months, and now they have to get rid of them because they're expired. It's bullshit that was done for nothing.
For nothing.
Now what are they going to use them for? Like, give them to like cattle to feed them or something?
Right. They break it down.
No one's gonna want those. They're gonna bury them with the ET cartridges.
It's in a landfill where it will never break down.
Yeah.
Even if it's biodegradable, it'll be sprayed with pesticides and it'll exist for 100 years. Like,
and J.K. Rowling still probably makes money on this fucking deal.
I mean, enough for sure.
She's cursed.
She's cursed, and Harry Potter is the Horcrux, and you have to destroy it to kill her.
Yeah, I mean, you have to like download this game and then delete it just so you can feel like you destroyed it.
Well, yeah, that's what we'll do at the end of this night. God, this shit sucks.
Yeah, let's get. I can't believe I wanted this game. Like, we rented it and then like had to return it, and I was like, no.
Right. Because you got to play like 2 hours of it. It's not enough.
Yeah, I don't think we even got past the gremlins.
Yeah, you were throwing that guy when Dad was like, "Come on, we got to go now. Let's return it." Open the PlayStation while you're playing.
Game.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can't believe, like, there's all this shit. I feel like you would want to. If J.K. Rowling was, like, not an evil person or not, like, nearly as successful, you would want to indulge in nostalgic things like Bertie Bott's beans.
Yeah.
It's like, it's the same thing as Jelly Belly, but with, like, a, you know, Harry Potter trademark attached to it.
It's the same, like, you know, fisherman's old-timey taffy. Like, you go into a candy store and you just
Hank Hill.
Yeah. That's the voice of everyone in a candy store to me. It's just like
Grandpa Joe's candy store. We do things the old-fashioned way.
We took Oscar to Cracker Barrel the other day on our way home. Like,
oh, wow.
We were on a long road trip and we parked the van and went to Cracker Barrel for breakfast, and he loved it so much. It was fun, and you know, it's like you come in and it's like an old-timey candy store, and then you do the American peg jumping game. Like, everything's just how you remember it. Like, it's actually it's kind of funny to me because I remember, like, a few years ago, Cracker Barrel introduced like vegan meat onto the menu.
Yeah.
And people were predictably mad. People were predictably mad. And, like, you know, there's been a lot of, like, kind of post Me Too, post like woke 1.0 stuff where a company is like, are they gone? Is everybody gone? Finally, I can go back to doing what we were doing. They're gone. Okay. All right. Okay. And, like, that's exactly what Cracker Barrel did. They just went back to having the vegan meat there because, like, in reality, you know, as far as I can tell, there's a lot of old people eating at Cracker Barrel. and a lot of old people's doctors saying, you will die if you keep eating meat. And some of those people are listening. And that has nothing to do with politics, affiliations, American identity, or anything like that. It's not actually how people are thinking. They're like, oh, well, my every generation of my family seems to die prematurely from eating this meat, so maybe I won't. And
it's like Carl from Up is like, my wife is dead. The doctor says I'm next.
I'll just eat this vegan sausage for breakfast. I mean, it's not like you should be going to Cracker Barrel to eat regardless. It's still going to kill you. Just saying,
it's basic respect for the curveball of the one person for every month that needs something vegan.
Yeah, exactly. It's like
if I gave something up for Lent, I don't know.
Yeah, I feel like, the idea that that it's un-American to change anything about this thing that you have this memory of. I feel like that's just not really even the truth. It's like a Kelly cartoon that people want to believe is true.
Crying because the Cracker Barrel has vegan meatballs.
Yeah, exactly. I think ultimately most people don't give a shit about that at all. It all comes down to the company will do whatever people's preferences are.
Right. Yeah, they'll accommodate you because you're a customer, and it's a long road. We're not going to be assholes. They at some point that they could avoid it for a long time, but at some point they had to confront it, and they chose to not be assholes to Meredith, who wanted a vegan option. All the Merediths out there.
Yeah, coming through. And we had a wonderful time at the Cracker Barrel. We bought, all right, what do you think we got him? Because we weren't going to leave without candy, but he was
did
looking.
He get his own jumping pegs game?
No, I strongly believe you should only be able to play it at the restaurant.
You got him like a cup and ball or something. Classic American toy.
No, we got him a candy to narrow it down.
Oh man, circus peanuts.
No, it's a good guess.
You got him a gigantic gummy bear that he's allowed to eat one spoonful of every day.
No, unfortunately, those all have gelatin in them.
Yeah. Can you give me a hint? Is it button candy?
It's all right. It's if we went there with our family and every single one of us is making a demand about what candy to get, this would be the practical solution that our parents would do so that we could all get what we wanted.
You mean one thing that we all want?
Individual things that we all want.
Oh my God. Is this guessable?
No, maybe not. We all three of us got one of those it's like a candy cane, but it's not mint. It's not peppermint. There's 30 different ones you can get. There's an orange one, a cherry, butterscotch, whatever. Each of us got one of those. So it was everyone gets their own, but it's not an entire bag of food that we're gonna fight. We're gonna immediately hurt ourselves over. Yeah, a Charleston chew. Boston baked beans. The guesses in the chat.
Boston baked beans, yum.
Yum. Yeah, no, that would be
fight over
great.
that with my whole family.
Right,
Charlie Bucket and his grandpa in bed. Fight over a single bean.
A baked bean. That's really good stuff.
Yeah, this is good stuff. You know how long they bake those beans for, Jack? Longer than you've been alive.
Concept of a cursed millennial childhood version of Cracker Barrel with a retail space full of Dunkaroos and other long discontinued pantry snacks, hogs on the table, walls plastered with Skip-Its, Beanie Babies, and shelves upon shelves of VHS tapes. I hate you for posting that.
Yeah, like I don't want there to be like millennial daycare centers. That's so weird.
Yeah, adult daycare centers. Well,
like nostalgia land.
I mean, maybe in another, 20 to 30 years, yeah.
Like a retirement home for nostalgic millennials.
Yeah, because, if they're on the trajectory that essay puts forth, they are not really going to, I don't know, they're not going to own a home. They're not going to have children to take care of them. And they're not going to be able to recognize when they're being taken for a ride. Like, I don't think millennials have become old enough to be fully scammable yet, but that's, we're going to get there too.
Yeah. I don't know. We went to college, didn't we? That was a scam.
Some of us did. Yeah, you're right. We did get scammed.
We got scammed.
It's more of a scam now, but it was already a pretty big scam.
Some of us worked in the industry. That's a scam.
Some of us went into video games and got scammed, or animation and got scammed into moving to LA.
Yeah, that's a scam.
Yeah. I guess so.
Scammable.
What?
Scammable. Scammable generation. I mean, yeah, maybe not as doofusy as our parents. We feel like we have to warn them about AI voices.
Calling them up and asking them for money.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's true. But there will be a version of that we're very susceptible to.
Yeah.
Because we're just going to be like,
who are you?
That's Ginny. That's his girlfriend. That's his girlfriend who he's meant to be with.
Yeah.
This girl that he exchanges 3 words with in the entire series.
Yeah, like it's probably not. I'm probably never going to actually reassess these books, but I can sort of imagine like where they must have fallen off. Like it's like any radioactive element. After the first thing, there's 50% of it left or less, and then after the third thing, it's like basically less. So little of the thing left that you can't even really consider it part of the same, like, I don't know, spark of inspiration.
If I had to guess, without going back to them, the first one had the juice. The second one was a frantic attempt to recapture the spirit of the first one. And the third one was a brief return to form. And after that, it was all diluted more and more every time.
Yeah. Yeah, that sounds about right. By the fourth book, it was like, bleh. It was like Thingus.
Yeah, Thingus. It was long.
It's full of fat. And it's like, you read it and it's dumb. It's like the villain's motivations suck. It's really stupid.
Yeah. No, exactly. Like that in your bones. You know that to be true, right? Like
search your feelings. You know it to be true.
Yeah, I feel like that's the moment for me right now. Is like we all just need to like. We don't need to go back and check. Just search your feelings. You'll know.
Well, this is a good thing because now it tells you that the ultimate fantasy novel series has not been written. In fact, anyone can make their own. There's like a dozen. There's dozens.
Yeah.
There's like Narnia and Middle Earth were both existing at the same time, right?
Yeah. And I mean, Ursula Le Guin was not appreciated as a young author. It took many years before she was taken seriously for her work. And to the point where, like, by the time she actually won awards and shit and was honored, she was pretty sarcastic about it. She was like, yeah, thanks, I've been waiting for this wonderful reward. Like, she didn't call it an award, she called it a reward. It took a really long time for people to come around to what she was doing, and now, her books are not making $1 billion. People aren't making movies out of them and shit. They are so much more valuable to the people who love them. They are like deeply, deeply influential and considered actual classics, not just of the genre, but like of literature. They are elevated within genre as
there's another book to read.
Well, I mean, her Earthsea books are about children in wizard school.
Really?
Yeah, you read those. They're good. They're
you can read those. They're older, right?
Yeah, they're older. They're from like I think the 70s, right? They're considerably older than Harry Potter. They're very good. They're very exploratory. They're very like imagining different worlds, imagining what the world could be like. And like they do what the promise of science fiction and fantasy is, like being able to see like truths about humanity through the wider exploration of the possibilities. They're not like, they can be read by children, but they're not explicitly for children. And they have so much more depth. And perhaps that's why they're not turned into movies. I don't know. Maybe her estate doesn't fuck with that, but whatever reason, they will always be smaller than that, but they will always be understood to be better. Like, if we're all being honest, which one of these is actually like good? It's pretty obvious. You wish the witches did the Peppina scream when you shot them. All right, we got just like a few more minutes. We started early, so we should wrap it up soon. What do I have? What else do I have to say? It's great that cats still love yarn.
Oh.
I started knitting again, first at my in-laws' house and then at home. And in both cases, the cat really wanted to get to the yarn.
How cute.
Yeah, isn't that sweet? Thousands of years of living with humans. Nothing has changed. They love yarn.
Of course, that's classic.
Classic, right?
Like the old guy from The Incredibles. That's old school. Oh, school like the old school.
Yeah, Frank and Ollie love.
Like imagining Joe Biden greeting you in Cracker Barrel and saying all this shit. That's a great cat right there, Jack. Loves yarn.
Oh man, yeah, no. It is, sometimes something's just classic. And like cats, like a cat that was born
Cow
4
eating
years.
grass is classic.
Cow eating grass.
Like, I can't believe they still do that.
They still do that.
They still eat grass.
There's nothing they found that they like better than that.
It's like, do cows still eat grass? Like, you are the most out of touch person ever.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, like a cat our cat was born 4 years ago, and she likes yarn. You know, like the generations don't change.
Oh, how sweet! Yeah,
I mean,
you wouldn't think cats nowadays cared about yarn. You'd think of it as like a cat from like a long time ago, an old cliche cartoon.
There'd be a cat in the Odyssey playing with a ball of yarn.
Yeah, as long as yarn's been around, I feel like
cats have been fucking with it ever since. Ever since it's Hagris. Ever since people started using balls of yarn to make clothing, cats have been sitting on it while you're trying to fucking knit.
They've been trying to balance on it.
Yeah. They sit there and they look at it, and you make it move a little bit, and they hit it with their paw and look at it. And you're like, no.
Oh,
don't do that.
So cute.
Yeah.
So silly. Didn't you show me like a 6,000-year-old ancient Egyptian rune that was like silly?
Yeah, they've been silly this whole time.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah. That we don't really think about, but like, 6,000 years is not really much time for a creature to evolve.
No.
We really haven't changed in like 60,000 years, which is not even that long of a time.
No.
For evolution. It takes millions of years for something to change into a different species.
Yeah, we're the same as those people, and those cats are the same.
And we have the same problem of like rats and mice and stuff in our house.
Yep.
Getting into the flour and the sugar and leaving turds.
Yeah, that's why we need cats.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter that they're silly.
Oh, they're silly, but they're doing their cute job.
Yeah, because the thing that they do with the yarn, where they look at it and they just hit it really fast with their paw, they do that to mice too.
Yeah.
And that prevents disease and saves lives.
Yeah, I was petting your cat, and like I had like a gigantic ball of hair that came off of her, and she was trying to kill it. Like I think she thought it was a mouse.
Yeah, she just smiles and kills it.
Oh, yeah, cats make themselves all friendly, and then they attack you.
My God, I'll come downstairs, and she'll be like sitting in kind of like an unusual place, like not a place that looks comfortable for her to sit in. And she'll just like smile up at me, and I'll look around the room until I find the large insect she's been torturing. Like it's just on its back spasming, and she's been tormenting it for God knows how many hours. There you are.
Oh my God. Yeah. Like the way my cat just like was so proud. He brought a dying bird right to my feet. It was just like, making the sweetest, pretty little face at me. Yeah. Like, like, hey, check this out. Y'all love it. And it's like bird just spasming. It's like, and it's like, he loves me. Cute. It's cute that he's nice, even though it's the most horrible thing ever. Gives me a bird. Is like, this is from me to you.
It's a gift.
Friend.
I killed. Like the glory of my kill is yours, my master. I love you.
Oh, he loves you. Yeah, like we kind of grew up thinking that cats don't really love you the way dogs do. It's cats do love you. They just show it in strange ways like that.
Oh,
like
yeah.
They hunt for you.
Yeah, they give you their kill. They did all that work for you.
Oh.
They know you like that.
Well, yeah, I mean they do like when we catch rodents.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's a big problem.
Yeah, I don't necessarily, I'm a coward because I don't really want them. I don't really want her to kill them, but I do. I got her for that reason.
Yeah, you gotta keep the place hygienic.
Yeah, no. About a month before we got her, there was shit in our flour. And I didn't notice until I scooped some of it out, put it in a mixing bowl with my other ingredients.
No!
It was traumatizing for Oscar. He was disgusted. And after that point, we got a cat. And I was like, I don't care what you do with them. Just deal with it, okay? Just fucking deal with it. She killed mice while she was wearing her spay collar. Like she wasn't even recovered yet. Her ovary scars, removal scars,
scooped him up with her cone.
I don't know.
Bopped him on the head.
Oh, hi Decaf Jedi. We're about to say goodnight. We're almost done. We've been torturing ourselves playing hideous Harry Potter game.
Mommy, I'm lost. Look up gamefacts.com.
Yeah, just watching the shittiest of shit.
May I access the internet?
May I play Lego Harry Potter on my Macintosh computer?
Oh no, it's given me a virus.
The one kid who got a virus on a Mac. In my mind, the little Macintosh computer boy looks like Harry Potter too.
Yeah, he is like that. He's like a little Lord Fartleroy. He's just like a dorky little I think his hair is even stupider. He has like a mushroom cut, like the kind I had.
Right, it's wide.
Yeah, the kind we all had.
Yeah. Everyone in the 90s somehow had the mushroom cut. Like, I feel like even if people try to emulate that, they can't get how stupid it was.
So like, we talked today a lot about millennial cringe. Millennials feel like they're victims. They feel like, they're like kind of shallow. They do all this referential bullshit, all this remixing and crap. And I guess we've decided that like you need to tell your own stories, believe in your own story and like the effectiveness of them. Sometimes we get bogged down by these 20th century things, but we really should try to make something that is now, reflective of now.
Yeah. No, I think that's where we've landed with it, and I think we are doing that, and I think we really just need to trust in our ability to do that. And whenever the most brilliant among us is recognized for that, we all take credit for what they came up with, because that's how it always goes.
I feel like the last sentence of that blog post could have been, "Where have all the cowboys gone?" Because that's basically what it's asking, right? Where have all the cowboys gone? We're kind of like Rango, if you ever seen that movie.
Only a little. I need to watch it.
He wants to be a cowboy. He plays the role of one. But in actuality, he's just a pet who's lived his whole life in a glass terrarium. So, like, in order, like, for him to blend in with society, he has to just like pretend. And it's like that's kind of how it feels being a millennial. Your whole idea of anything comes from movies. It comes from acting and all these fake bits. And it's like, how do you live in reality when your whole idea is just like, all this stuff that's constructed around you.
When you're sitting in a terrarium,
you're just in a cage or a tank.
Interesting. Yeah. No, I think that is a good way to think about it. And it's not a question that it's not a rhetorical question either. I think it's a real question to ask. How do you make something that is reflective of your reality and is truthful to you and is something that nobody has ever said quite that way before, if these are your conditions? It's still possible. And the fact that it seems impossible is what is defining about the art that we made in our age. If it seemed possible, then it wouldn't be up to us to create it.
Right. It wasn't easier before to make something groundbreaking and new. It was always kind of like discouraged.
Yeah.
When we were kids, we tried to make art, and the world was like, "Don't do that." They were the art teachers were like, "Stop it."
I mean, well, yeah, because in art class, I was chasing a fixation, and my art teacher was like, "Can you just do the fucking thing I gave you to do? Can you just cut the fucking rabbit out and make the Easter bunny thing?" And I was like, I want to make it my way. I want it to be a kitty cat.
My God.
It was always like I was obsessed with something, and I would make it that thing that I was obsessed with. And like, ultimately, I wasn't thinking about making things that were new and groundbreaking. I was thinking about making things that I couldn't stop thinking about. And I think like you can't really determine on your own whether those things are groundbreaking or not. You just have to make them. Because you just have to. And that is literally all you've got to work with is the things that are true to you and that you're made of the stuff that no one ever has been exactly made of before.
Right. Like someone could be like, "Oh, so it's like Mission Hill." Like, if they saw Octopus Pie, it just was like, "Oh, so it's basically, this other thing."
Right.
It's like, you could be like, "Yeah, I guess it doesn't need to exist." Just like Mission Hill, which also didn't get to exist. Like, or you could be like, "Well, it's not exactly the same. It's like, for one thing, it's like, it's free. It's a web comic that makes it immediately different. That's like the thing that never existed really before. This is one way you can release your cartoon that doesn't go through the systems that made Mission Hill such a failed. It was a great show, but it was a failed project.
Well, it was impossible to make once the network decided they weren't going to make it anymore.
Yeah,
and I never had to decide whether to make it or not based on whether the network had spoken.
Yeah.
It was entirely based on my own criteria for whether it should exist or not. And I think that's something that we all have. Obviously we have our own circumstances, we have our own reasons to create and not create. But that's how it has to be. We can't be beholden to somebody else because the answer is going to be no. If we're waiting for that, the answer is going to be like, "Well, why don't you do this?" Or "Why don't you just fuck off and not do anything?"
Or like, why does it have to be literally Hitler? Can't you just make it some guy?
Does it literally have to be Hitler?
It's like, yeah, well, it's literally Hitler. It's like, can't you just make it someone else? Who? Some guy.
Well, it won't play in Germany if it's Hitler. We won't be able to show
Germany. It's like, it doesn't play in Germany, and fuck Germany. It's
oh no! My artwork about Hitler. They don't want it in Germany.
They censored it in Germany. How typical!
Yeah, no,
you want to watch it? Escape Germany.
Yeah, work on getting your ass out of there. Yeah, no. I mean, if you're waiting around to please who somebody else wants you to please, then you're always going to be a disappointment to everybody, including yourself. So, I mean, I feel like this is nothing new. I feel like this is generally Thingus in a nutshell. Is like, just gotta fucking make that thing and think that thing.
Well, you gotta honor it and believe it, and that you actually have something unique to contribute, and it's not comparable. If you make something about wizards, like, who cares if someone says it's like Harry Potter? That's good. That means you're replacing it. It means you're working on becoming the next Harry Potter. And you know, you can't just be the next Harry Potter. You have to kill Harry Potter to become the next Harry Potter.
Well, you have to have something alive enough to kill it. You have to have something that feels more alive and more like, you know, real than that. Because eventually that too will feel dull and dusty, and why the fuck should we care? And it might not happen soon enough. It might enrich this one particular villain for our entire lifetimes. But at some point, it will just be in the pile, you know?
Yeah.
It will be in the pulp.
but I suggest trying to still hold on to the things that you thought were great about it, because those are yours now. You get to take a thing. It's like you imagine getting fired from a job that you really loved, but like, you know, now every idea you didn't say when you were there, those things are yours now.
Those things belong to you. Yeah, it's true. I mean, I'm like annoyed by the Odyssey, but I could make the Odyssey if I wanted.
You love the Odyssey. You should make the Odyssey.
Yeah.
That would be so weird coming from you. It's like Meredith Grand's The Odyssey. Yes. Wouldn't that be great though?
That would be great.
It's like, you know, I'm like in the audience, like explaining to the person, it's like, my sister directed this. It's like, she's always talking about The Odyssey. I finally get to see what it is in her mind.
You still haven't read it.
I have heard it from you. Mm-hmm. I've heard you tell the story of the Odyssey, which I think is great. It's like Harry Potter will eventually be that. It will eventually be public domain and won't even be attached to any company anymore.
Right.
Except, you know, the company that used to own it.
Right.
So like, you know, for something like that is, you know, it's like Pocahontas or Aladdin. Disney doesn't own it. They just made it because no one owns it.
And they're just trying to make people think that they own it.
They want you to think they own it, and they want you to give up. They want you to not try. You saw how bad those like ones at the supermarket looked. The like Pocahontas that's like done by someone else. Right. It's like you've seen what it looks like and you don't want to watch it. You already know it's inferior.
Yeah, it's something your grandma buys for you. She heard you like Pocahontas.
Yeah, grandma heard and heard wrong.
Grandma heard wrong. Yeah. Yeah, no, you know, I want to make bargain bin versions of things. If that's what it takes, and like, I'll make the shitty generic version of it. And then someday people will be like, what the fuck was this? Who the fuck made this? That's when you know you've made it. Joe gets the plot of a lot of things from me.
Yeah, Meredith explains the plot. Do I have a button for that? I guess this got unplugged at some point.
It got unplugged. No, it's broken. We gotta get the soundboard fixed, guys.
Yeah, we gotta fix a thing.
Yeah, so that Joe can hit me with a sound that I'm desperate to hear. It's pressing it until it works.
Yeah, no soundboard right now.
No, we'll get it up and running. We'll replace it then.
Yeah.
I think that's about what we've got for tonight, huh?
Yeah, was there anything else?
That's all I had, really. The chat asked if we saw Jimothy.
Oh, the raccoon? Yeah, I heard about him.
You know, that's fine. people took it and ran.
I hope people are coming around to understanding how great raccoons are, because I love them.
Right.
I saw them close up once. They were
Right.
so sweet cute.
They're sweet cute. Well, yeah.
Scared.
I do love raccoons. I think your love of raccoons has brought me around on them a bit over the years. Like they're just sweet little intelligent little things.
Yeah,
and
we should give them money. We should arm them.
If you're cold, so are they. Let them in.
Yeah. Let them have some of your sandwich.
Yeah. Well, yeah. I think
Let
like
them have chips.
people like Jimothy because he's a weird looking raccoon.
Yeah.
And I don't know. Whenever people start to get like that excited about something, I just check out right away.
Yeah.
Whether it's something I would like or not.
It's like Mr. Winkle. He's like a deformed puppy that people were obsessing over.
Yeah. It probably causes him daily pain.
Yeah.
And he's probably racist too. Nobody talks about that, but it's probably true. Let's be honest. No, he's cute. I hope he lives, right? I hope he lives.
I mean, yeah, maybe. He's the boy who lived.
Yeah.
I sometimes call Mecha that. I have a whole list of worst Mecha nicknames. He's the boy who lived.
Boy who lived.
because he went missing for a while, and
That's
I thought he was dead.
Yeah, we weren't sure we'd ever see Mecha again, and he beat the odds. Boy. Yeah, there you go. He replaced the one who's supposed to be called that. He who must not be named. All right, let's call it a night. Thanks for watching Thingus. We're back to our regular schedule for at least another week. Then there will be travel again, so there might be schedule changes again, but glad you could join us, and we'll see you next time.